Plants that reproduce sexually produce gametes in their flowers. The stamen holds the anthers that produce the pollen grains, which are the male gametes. The ovaries contain the ovules that produce the ova or egg cells, the female gametes. For sexual reproduction to take place, the male gamete must be transferred to the female gamete. That happens during pollination. During pollination, pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma. Self-pollination takes place if this occurs within the same flower. That is, if the pollen travels from the anther of one flower to the stigma of the same flower. Cross-pollination occurs if the grains are transferred to a different flower. Pollination could occur by wind or insects. Wind-pollinated plants have flowers with a different structure to insect-pollinated flowers. Here's a picture comparison. Insect-pollinated flowers have stamens enclosed within the flower so that the insect makes contact with the flower. Their stigmas are sticky to make sure that the pollen grains attach to the insect and it is enclosed so that the insect makes contact. The flowers have large, brightly colored petals to attract insects. These flowers also have nectar and their pollen are large and sticky to stick to the insect's body. Wind-pollinated flowers have very different structures. Their stamens are exposed for the wind to blow their pollen. The stigmas are feathery to catch pollen grains from the wind and are exposed. They have small green petals and no nectar. The pollen grains are small, smooth grains that are easy to carry in the wind. For fertilization to take place, the nucleus of the male gamete, the pollen grain, must fuse with the nucleus of the female gamete, the egg cell. So for this to happen, once the pollen lands on the stigma, the grain grows a tube down the style of the flower. The nucleus of the male gamete moves to the tip of the tube, which finally will reach the egg cell.